I've caught a lot of bass in my day, but nothing beats the thrill of a topwater bite. I bet you bass fishermen can attest to that. Today, we're gonna walk over to one of my favorite lures that I had to learn to use, so I'm gonna show you guys how to use in this video, and it's the Zara Head-On Spook. This thing is by far the coolest lure to fish. When you finally get that walking dog motion down, it's just unreal fun. I can't wait to show you guys in this video how to use it and watch me catch some bass on it. Fish on. Here we are in beautiful British Columbia, fishing at one of my all-time favorite lakes, Christina Lake. Nestled into the mountains, it is the warmest tree-lined lake in Canada, and I'm going to show you how to fish this amazing topwater lure, the Spook. The Head-On Zara Spook invented the walk the dog retrieve more than 50 years ago, and despite being copied literally hundreds of times during the past decade, the Spook is still the king of topwater fishing. What lure is this fish great for? Predator fish. You're looking at your muskies, your pike, and bass. This lure can be daunting at first. Watching somebody fish it can be intimidating because it looks like you have to know exactly what you're doing to work it properly. But let me assure you, with a little bit of practice, you can catch some exciting fish on this bad boy. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, fighter. Oh yes. Hey. Look at that. That's not a bad size. Hey. Pretty good on the Spook. Awesome. Get that guy back in the water. Awesome. Good job. All right, let's get into the casting it. When casting this thing, we want to make sure we're clear of weeds. Anything floating on top of the water, we'll just hook it up and you'll have a bad retrieve. Also, anything under the water that might be poking up that hangs under a couple inches, you also want to avoid that too. It needs to be brought through a clear path. Anything on the lure will totally distract from the way it's moving through the water. Just walking the dog. Now for the hard part, making it look like the injured fish. So when you cast it out, reel in the slack you have in your line so it comes forward a bit. Then hold your rod tip down and point it to your dominant side. Mine is my right. Now jerk your rod with your wrist and watch your lure. It should make a J in the water. This is from the tension of the jerking motion and the slack in your line. Now reel in about a quarter turn of your reel. The key is to maintain some slack. That's what causes the lure to do the turn in the water. Now, as you jerk and slowly turn your reel, it will come back to you doing those J's in opposite directions. This motion is called walking the dog. Practice this. Practice the jerks and the quarter turns of your reel. You'll notice very quickly that it's much easier to accomplish this than you even thought. Fun fishing technique for sure. Oh, there's a jumper over there. Let's see if we can get another one out of that pocket. So there's actually quite a deep pocket, deep little channel in this middle, and it's just fire for these bass. They like to sit in it or hang out. Oh, there's one. This one's definitely not as big as he's not putting up much of a fight. Oh, foul hooked him on the jump. Poor little guy. Okay, there you go. Just a smaller guy on the Spook. Let him swim away. That was a smaller one I wasn't expecting. Once you have that walk the dog motion down, you can start throwing in pauses and even bigger and smaller jigs with quicker whips of your rod as you bring it in. And that will really provoke those big strikes. Oh, you actually had one. Not only does this lure attract some awesome fish, but be careful of the skies. I've had countless birds flock and try and pick this thing up, which isn't good for you or the bird. If you see birds trying to get this thing, just reel it in and chuck another bait for the time being. There it is. Oh, yeah, baby.
That thing is huge.
Yeah. Look at that. Good sized bass. Now get out there and get yourself a spook and practice these techniques to catch some super exciting fish. Oh!
Oh, that's way bigger than it looks.
Oh my.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, can I hold
That's
it?
a good one.
that's a fat one, dude.